What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, and I'm here to react to an artist for the first time on the channel. Though this is a journey that's been waiting for a while, I wanted to give Adam a huge shout out. Great friend of the channel, a champion for a long time, has made a very wide array, a massive archive available for my musical journeys, and one of the artists he talked about a little while back and suggested might be good to go through some songs is Fiona Apple. This is another name like Tori Amos. I remember my brother listening to a certain extent. It's certainly an artist I've been aware of a long time, though as far as I know, I've never heard any of her tunes, or at least haven't knowingly heard any of her tunes, meaning it wouldn't surprise me if along the way there might be one or two where my immediate sense is, wait, I must have heard this, I recognize part of it, but on the surface I can't think of a single song by her that I know for certain. In any case, the first album in the catalog overall for her, I think, and the first one I noticed when I was looking at Adam's archives, is Tidal from 1996. Now, Adam did recommend a certain select suite of tunes by her, if I'm recalling, but it is helpful for me when I go through albums as a whole because I tend to get confused as to what I'm supposed to be doing next, whereas if I have an album, I can just check to see what the last reaction I did and just go down through the track list. So at least for her opening album, her debut album, I'm going to do it in order. But once again, major shout out to Adam, great friend of the channel with a wide range of musical taste, not unlike myself, and who has made a large amount of music available for a long time despite my lack of celerity going through it. But the first track, I want to make sure I have this right on Tidal, is it Sleep to Dream? Yes, Sleep to Dream, which of course references something that often, though perhaps not always, and certainly not as it relates to your active awareness of mind, happens when you slumber. That is to say, people often dream when they sleep, though they don't always do so, or even if they do, they don't always remember dreams. That's certainly the case for me. In more recent times, I've remembered dreams much more than I used to. For many years, I swear I barely dreamed or didn't recall any dreams beyond a handful, and even those were short and mundane and a bit odd. In more recent times, I've actually remembered a lot more of my dreams, though it does come and go, and sometimes it's just little flashes. Nevertheless, sleep to dream sounds like a goal, a desire, the idea of sleeping with the express purpose of trying to experience dreams. Now, of course, dreams can be more passive or cinematic or more active and lucid, and I've known at least a couple people over the course of my life that regularly had lucid dreams where they begin to get a sense that they are dreaming and control it and even engage in actions or behaviors that are reality plus, which are not possible in reality. And I've certainly had dreams where I've been able to float, if not outright fly, or do things that upon waking I realize I should have been aware that it was in fact a dream, because it's not something that we can do in physical reality. So yeah, sleep to dream. It also has a poetry to it. It sounds like a phrase that is metaphorical or at least expressive and not typically something that is more, let's say, everyday or indeed mundane. So I don't know any of Fiona's songwriting, again, at least by memory, so I don't really have a basis for knowing, her type of songwriting such that I might have a better read on this. I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Fiona Apple. The track is Sleep to Dream, and it's the first tune on her debut album, Tidal, 1996.
I tell you how I feel, but you don't care. I say tell me the truth, but you don't dare. You say love is a hell you cannot bear, and I say give me my back and then go there for all I care. I got my feet on the ground and I don't go to sleep to dream.
Oh.
You got your head in the clouds and I know what you seem. This mind is body and this voice cannot be stifled by your deviant ways. So don't forget what I told you, don't come around. I got my own hell to raise. game anymore. You don't have to be so defensive. Don't you plead me your case, don't bother to explain. Don't even show me your face, cause it's a crying shame. Just go back to the rock from under which you came. Take the sorrow you gave and all the stakes you claim. And don't forget the blame. I got my feet on the ground and I don't go to sleep to dream. You got your head in the clouds and you're not at all what you seem. This mountain's body and this voice cannot be stifled by your deviant ways. So don't forget what I told you, don't come around. I got my own hell to raise. I got my feet on the ground and I don't go to sleep to dream. You got your head in the clouds and you're not at all what you seem. This mountain's body and this voice cannot be stifled by your deviant ways. So don't forget what I told you, don't go around. I got my own hell to raise.
That's an awesome opener. Wow, so I'll try to start, I guess, with the sonics. So, yeah, there's a down-to-earth drive to it, which seems to fit with some of the themes. More on that in a minute. But also a haunted, almost ghostly type of sonic echo to some of the sounds. It feels like we're inside a tornado, but one that is very resolute and convicted, which again seems to fit with the themes as I heard them. And I like her vocals. There's a bit of, I wouldn't say jazzy, but there's a bit of a swagger to them, often found in jazzy delivery where she's doing some extensions and melodic flourishes, but it feels very powerful. I would say harsh, but it sounds like she doesn't think she's being harsh. She has her feet on the ground. She's very logical and perceptive here, and it sounds like the other person whose head is up in the clouds and who was presenting themselves or themself in a way that is not true to their devious ways, as it turns out. And she is not pulling any punches. She's saying she doesn't want him or need him around. He should go crawl back under whatever rock he came from. And she is essentially done with his BS. She's done with all the pretension or false presentation that he may have brought. So it sounds like we're at the end of a relationship or an association, and she, again, is not having any more, and she has her own hell to raise. She doesn't even want to waste any more time on this or have to care for his sudden defensiveness and sensitivity. It's like, no, you brought this on yourself, and while you're on your way out the door to crawl back under that rock, don't forget this blame. Take that with you, because this is definitely your fault. So it's a very powerful and forceful, even strident tune, and I suppose some of that ghostly intensity is perhaps the unfeeling character that she now has vis-a-vis this other person at the very least. Maybe not more generally, maybe she could get through this attitude and perhaps find a more calm place going forward, either by herself or with someone else more worthy of her time and energy. But as it relates to this person that she's sending off and, scattering away, pushing away, there's no feeling left. There's no warmth or, hey, at least, there was something good, or at least, you weren't entirely a waste of time. She really feels dismissive, but in a righteous way, in a way that feels like, again, she's seeing things as they are, even if he's talking about things that perhaps are delusional or fanciful up in the clouds. So a very forceful tune, and I love the syncopated trip hop style rhythms of the tune in terms of the percussion. So just a really great opener, definitely worth the wait. Again, thank you to Adam for sharing a wide range of material and also being very patient as I've gone through some things. He made a joke not too long ago that it's taken me more than a year to go through Cowboy of Erasure, which he and a couple other folks have shared with me, and I'm still not quite done with it, though I am getting closer. So once again, thank you for the music and the patience. Do let me know what you think of this tune, and Luca and I will see you next time. Peace.